Ray Brown's Talking Birds.
Made possible by the generous support of the Birdwatchers General Store, Orleans, Cape Cod. Birdwatchersgeneralstore.com.
By Vortex Optics with the VIP warranty. Their unlimited lifetime promise to keep you and your optic covered. Learn more at vortexoptics.com. And by Hog Island Audubon Camp. For full camp schedule, program details, and to register, visit hogisland.audubon.org.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome to our show number 1049, during which we'll learn about a great new book that will help us all be better birders. Plus, we'll listen to an audio postcard from the Appalachian Trail. And Mike O'Connor's Let's Ask Mike segment, almost live from the archive today, will offer some fascinating facts about a finch, a goldfinch. All right, virtual fireworks, please. Yes, fireworks, because we're excited to welcome a new radio station affiliate to the Talking Birds family. It's in California, and it's Blue Mountain Radio, KQBM 90.7 FM, West Point, and 103.7 FM, San Andreas. Starting this week, KQBM will be airing Talking Birds every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific. So welcome, KQBM. And special thanks to the station's Frank Barrett for helping to make this happen. Thank you, Frank. We have a short and sweet audio postcard from the great state of North Carolina featuring a bird suggesting that you keep yourself hydrated by drinking your tea. Here we go.
Hey, Ray. This is Allison,
Watson, Lachlan,
Willard, and we are here at Grassy Ridge on Roan Mountain. We have seen common yellowthroats, indigo buntings, towhees, robins, catbirds, all the favorites. But you can hear a towhee in the background. Have a great day. Happy birding.
Definitely heard it there. Thank you so much, Allison and Watson and Lachlan. We're inviting your audio postcard Talking Birds listeners from wherever you are looking at or listening to birds or both, including in your backyard. To create an audio postcard, just make a little recording of what you're seeing or hearing. Smartphone is perfect for that. Send the resulting file to Ray at talkingbirds.com, Ray at talkingbirds.com. And don't worry if there are blank spaces or anything like that in your recording, because our crack audio editors here can fix that right up. So send that audio postcard to Ray at talkingbirds.com. Also excited today to welcome 8 new official Proud Plurters, Talking Birds listeners who pledge to pick up litter while birding. That's plurting, P-L-I-R-D-I-N-G. Welcome to new Proud Plurters, Scott Rubensall from Shaker Heights, Ohio, Amy V. from Bel Air, Ohio, Liam from Roxbury, Massachusetts, Tom Shanahan Sr. from Weymouth, Massachusetts, Emily Gilardi from Babylon, New York, Caitlin from Chicago, Illinois, and 2 Talking Birds ambassadors becoming Proud Plurters, Megan Fox from Des Moines, Iowa, and Chris Holson from South St. Paul, Minnesota. Thank you so much, new Proud Plurters. To become one, an official Proud Plurter, just visit our website, talkingbirds.com. No G in talking. Click on that all-purpose Get Involved tab right up there in the top right corner and scroll down to where it says Go Plurting. Our mystery bird, this is a preview of the contest coming along a little later on. And as you wouldn't be surprised to know, this bird is sometimes called a quack bird. A little more detail about it. It's a stocky wader. Adults have a black back and cap, contrasting with a pale gray belly and gray wings. Juveniles are brown and streaky. Our bird, which is most active late in the day and at night, is found in various kinds of wetlands across North America, with wintering grounds in southern and coastal portions of their breeding range, and across Mexico and Central America. It feeds by grasping prey like fish, amphibians, lizards, snakes, and more with its stout black bill. It's sometimes, as we mentioned, called the quack bird. There it is again. That's that quack bird. We have some wonderful prizes as usual, including a special extra prize that we'll be describing when we do the contest just a little bit later on this morning on our show here. Talking Birds ambassadors are the royalty of the Talking Birds listening audience. They help us spread the word about our show and about birds and conservation. And this name might sound familiar. We're saluting because this new ambassador was among the proud plurters we welcomed just moments ago, and that's Tom Shanahan Sr. from Weymouth, Massachusetts. Thank you so much, Tom, for becoming a Talking Birds ambassador as well as a proud plurter, helping us spread the word about the wonder of birds and the importance of conservation. It's that same tab there again. Get involved at talkingbirds.com if you'd like to join Tom as an ambassador. Still to come today, we'll learn about a new book that, despite its name, is not for dummies. It's for folks who'd like to learn or learn more about watching birds. Also today, Mike O'Connor will join us for a Let's Ask Mike segment almost live from the archive about some unexpected goldfinch behavior. And up next, a mighty big, mighty scary marsh monster is this week's featured feathered friend. We're ranging to the wetlands of East and Central Africa to meet up with this week's featured feathered friend, a large and fearsome creature some call the whalehead. It's a bird whose family and genus names suggest that whale connection, as the only member of the Baleniceps genus and the Balenicepitidae family. The bird is the shoebill. This long-legged, stork-like bird can be as much as 5 feet tall, with its length from its shoe-shaped bill to its tail also measuring nearly 5 feet, and with a wingspan of more than 8 feet. The plumage of adult shoebills is blue-gray with dark gray flight feathers and a small crest on the back of its head. Its huge bill, straw-colored with gray markings, is the third longest in the bird world, after pelicans and large storks. Shoebills are known for their tendency to stand as still as statues for extended periods of time as they wait to strike prey that comes near. They tend to be attracted to swamps, marshes, and bogs that are poor in oxygen so that they can grasp fish that have to come to the surface to breathe. Shoebills are usually silent, but at the nest will sound off with eerie wails and machine gun-like bill clattering. The fearsome, whale-headed king of East and Central African swamps, today's featured feathered friend, Baleniceps rex, the shoebill. Welcome again to our show number 1049. Jessica Vaughn is the editor of BWD Magazine, and she's the co-author of Birdwatching for Dummies, second edition. And she's about to tell us something about this delightful and useful new book. Good morning, Jessica.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure indeed. And the For Dummies series of books, Jessica, has been around now for, I think, more than 30 years. So most folks know the books and maybe also know they're not really for dummies. They present all kinds of topics, bird watching among them. I think that all bird watchers or birders could learn a lot from your new book, Jessica, but who is it mostly for?
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think there's a little something in here for everyone. But yes, when we were working on the chapters, primarily the first section, which is definitely aimed toward beginners, we were thinking about all the people that found bird watching during COVID and young people we know, my mom who just got into bird watching. We're really trying to channel what would they want to know more about this topic.
So this is the second edition of Birdwatching for Dummies. And for those maybe who read the first one, what's new in addition to?
Well, it's kind of amazing. You think birdwatching, how much could that change in 20 years since the first edition? But it has changed a lot. And I'll tell you, first of all, we cut a lot of AOL references and payphone references, and there were some dated things like that. But also, we realized a lot of important things were missing. First of all, bird photography wasn't really a thing like the way it is now with digital photography. So we have a new chapter written by our photo editor Bruce Wonderly about bird photography, and then we didn't have a chapter on migration, and that seems like a pretty important part of understanding the whole the whole scheme of things and taxonomy. So we added some, taxonomy 101, migration 101 type chapters, and then really focused on getting people connected to communities and just more of that than we had a chapter on, I think, butterflies. We cut that. We tried to really, we had a chapter on squirrels. We cut that. We tried to really focus on birds.
Yeah. We have enough squirrels in our lives already, so right?
Right. We do tell you how you might not have them around to help with folks who are trying to avoid them.
All right, that sounds good. And speaking of pictures, there's a whole full color and illustration section in the book, also useful and beautiful. I think you really cover all the bases in the book, from identifying birds and learning about their behavior, and as you say, choosing and using binoculars and other gear, backyard birding beyond the backyard. The next to last chapter in the book is entitled 10 Ways to Help Save Birds. I wonder if you could give a quick overview of things that we might do, maybe suggestions that might spark some action.
Yeah, it's a signature trait of the Dummies books to have these parts of these list of top 10s in the back. Mm-hmm. And the ones we had before we thought were a little fluffy. So we updated it with this one that we felt is very useful and very timely. And anyone who's paying attention in the birding world will have seen lots of lists about how to help save birds based on a study that came out in 2020 about the billions of birds lost. And so these are things that anybody can do with any one of these. And you can drink bird-friendly coffee. I think that's probably the easiest one because most of us drink coffee every day. Keeping cats indoors is huge. Billions of birds lost every year due to roaming cats. We talk about gardening, native plants to replace lawns and pavement and things that are not beneficial for birds, using less plastic. And all of these things are just things we can do every single day, and they all benefit birds.
We talk a lot about the plastic issue here, plastic pollution, and we just completed Plastic-Free July. Yeah. Is there anything more you could say about that in terms of specifics about plastics?
We did an article in BWD magazine a couple years ago that really highlighted how the microplastics end up in the oceans, inside birds. And that was really eye-opening for me. So I don't know, it starts at home, and I've started with my children. Just, they pack lunches every day. We don't use plastic bags. We try to avoid single use as much as possible. Yeah. And I'm just always looking for ways for all the things that I'm just really mindful of everything I put into the trash. And I also would recommend taking a tour of your local dump because I did that with my children, and it was eye-opening, and they really highlighted all the things we could be doing that can stay out of the landfill. And so we've really taken that to heart and implemented that in our house.
Yeah, it can be a good place to find birds sometimes as well.
Oh, we found some great birds on our tour. I think I was the only one with an eBird list that day, but yeah, it was great.
All right. Well, the book ends with, again, the 10 frequently asked questions based on inquiries that you receive at BWD magazine. Are there one or two questions that you kind of get all the time, more than others maybe?
Oh, yeah. We're seeing a lot. We're getting the question a lot now about bald birds that jays,
molting,
cardinals, and that they are molting, and this is totally fine, and you need not be alarmed. And also about birds hitting windows or repeatedly, not just bird strikes, but also attacking windows, like seeing the reflection, defending territory, and ways to try to move those birds along and distract them from that reflection.
Mm-hmm. And the book offers some excellent answers to those questions and all those other ones, or those 10 frequently asked questions. The book is Birdwatching for Dummies, second edition, by today's guest, Jessica Vaughn, along with Dawn Hewitt and Julie Zickafoos, and it's available wherever you get your books. We think your local bookstore is a great source.
Yes, we also have it at bwdmagazine.com available.
All right, so it is everywhere. Jessica, thanks for telling us about the book. What a wonderful resource it is. Birdwatching for Dummies, second edition. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Jessica Vaughn here on Talking Birds. And up next, it's our Mystery Bird contest in just 1 minute.
The flutter of a tail feather, the flash of a wing bar in mid-flight. You don't always have a lot of time to identify a bird in nature, let alone to appreciate its beauty. But with Vortex Optics, you'll have the power to bring every wild moment closer. When you choose Vortex, you're choosing to have a partner in the field as passionate about nature as you are. Whether you're spotting old friends on the backyard feeder or packing for a once-in-a-lifetime trip to add a few species to your life list, Vortex offers a full range of optics and optics accessories for every birder and every budget. And whether the birds are taking you to another state or another country, you're always covered by the Vortex VIP warranty, an unlimited lifetime promise to keep you and your optic covered. If you'd like to learn more, or if you need help choosing your next optic, give Vortex a call at 1-800-4VORTEX or visit vortexoptics.com.
There's their quack bird again. That's our mystery bird. We'll give the clues again here in a moment, but a couple of other notes first. One is that if you're not hearing our show live and would like to so you could enter our mystery bird contest, just go to that website we've been talking a lot about today, talkingbirds.com, and you'll see how to do it under the listen button. Second thing is that we have a very special extra prize for today's mystery bird contest. It's a copy of the book that co-author Jessica Vaughn just told us about, Birdwatching for Dummies. It's not really for dummies. It's a wonderful and useful book, not only for beginners, but also for experienced birders. Our other prizes are pretty special, too, because you shouldn't have to sacrifice style for comfort when out in the field. We're happy to offer a $25 gift certificate for Bird Collective. That's your one-stop shop for vintage-inspired apparel and unique accessories, all featuring birds. And from Fresh Cut Paper, makers of those beautiful life-sized pop-up floral bouquets that are wilt-proof and crafted to last a lifetime, we have a certificate for 5 of those beautiful bouquets, including that one we've been talking about, really, that hummingbird bouquet, where you can actually pull these little hummingbirds up and watch them float above the flowers. It's pretty cool. Fresh Cut Paper, by the way, gives at least 1% of their annual revenue to environmental causes. So another great reason that we're happy to have them as a prize provider, and we hope you'll be a winner in our Mystery Bird contest. Give us a call. It's 781-837-4900. And here's that description again of our Mystery Bird. It's a stocky wader. Adults have a black cap and back, contrasting with a pale gray belly and gray wings. Juveniles are brown and streaky. Our bird is most active late in the day and at night. It's found in various kinds of wetlands across North America, wintering grounds in southern and coastal portions of their breeding range, and across Mexico and Central America. It feeds not by stabbing, but by grasping prey like fish, amphibians, lizards, snakes, and a whole lot of other things with its stout black bill, again, sometimes called the quack bird. And that number again is 781-837-4900 for our Mystery Bird contest. Please do call us as soon as you can. 781-837-4900. Meanwhile, we will check in with Mike O'Connor, almost live from the archive. Let's ask Mike in just 1 minute.
Hog Island Audubon Camp has welcomed nature enthusiasts to its shores since 1936. It's a program of the Seabird Institute, and the island hosts 5-night sessions for adults, teens, and families taught by the world's leading naturalists, ornithologists, and artists. Hog Island campers deepen their relationships with the birds and the ecosystems around them during the island's immersive educational camps. New for the 2025 camp season is Let's Go Birding Together. Scheduled during peak fall migration, this session is a safe space for queer birders to connect with nature and each other while learning ways to foster a similar environment in their community's home. For full Hog Island schedule, program details, and to register, visit hogisland.audubon.org. O'Connor's down there at the famous Birdwatchers General Store, Orleans, Cape Cod, and I believe he's joining us right now because we have this new display, a computer screen, and it says Big Mike. And I think that
Mike.
That must be you.
Does it have my photo on there or anything, or
no
like
photo?
a
Yeah, but
caricature?
we're working on that. Yeah, well, we have a little. It's a kind of a what is that? It's not even a smiley face. It's kind of a. I don't know what you call that.
We call that a Mike face.
Mike face is what that is.
Mike face. Yeah. Oh, that's a new emoji. They're all talking about the Mike face.
I think that's the one. Well, that's one of our topics. The other one is goldfinches. And you've observed, Mike, about goldfinches being seen together in the spring. They're couples, but that is not the whole story, right? What happens?
No, there's a weird thing with goldfinches, and I go out in the spring, and I think everybody does, and they pair up. I mean, they're easy pair to identify, like cardinals. The sexes don't look the same. And when I go birding, I see one goldfinch, I know I'm going to see another, and if one flies away, the other one goes with it. And so it's often thought that they pair up in the spring like most birds, but goldfinches aren't spring nesters. They're just getting going around now. Yeah. Mid-July, early August, they start building their nests. And then this time of year, a customer reported she would see the goldfinches would fly. Instead of flying from tree to tree, they would fly, and before they get to the tree, they would actually just kind of fly haphazardly in the sky. And this is what they call the butterfly flight for goldfinches, where the males do this weird display, like they're going to the tree, but then they kind of stop, like they forgot where they were going, like I do when I go in the kitchen, I forget what I'm getting, and they just kind of flutter around for a while. And it turns out then other males sometimes join in, and it turns out that the pair that was all together in the spring don't necessarily join together when it comes to cranking out the kids. The females actually will pick perhaps a different butterfly dancer or a different one, and it's not as clear-cut as we thought it was. But goldfinches now are busy because this is their nesting season. They seem to wait for weed seeds to open up and flowers to open up with their seeds, so because they're strict vegetarians, so they have to wait for the seeds to become available before they can raise the family. And a lot of people, we sell bird feeders, and they have these beautiful pictures on we'll call it a goldfinch feeder, which is Niger or thistle feeder, and it's like maybe a dozen males, and most customers think, well, that's Photoshop because they come in pairs. Well, it's not, because the females are busy on the nest right now, and the male flies out, and he has to gather food for himself, for his mate, and also for the nestlings. So the males are all busy on feeders right now, getting food for the kids. They're feeding for they're eating for six, so to speak. And so that's what you got going on. It's, don't give up on the goldfinches because they're busy right now. Get your feeders out there, and Niger seed, thistle seed, and sunflower hearts without the shells. That's actually their real favorite. So work on that. And work on that emoji. I want a better picture.
Better emoji. All right. Goldfinch females don't necessarily dance with the guy who brung them, it sounds like.
I don't know what's going on with that. That was a whole social network would be created on that one, I guess.
Talk to you next week, Mike.
Okay.
All right. Goldfinch is busy, and Mike's still trying to figure out what he's getting from the kitchen. We're back to the mystery bird here contest thing. Probably heard this enough, and that's our last time we'll hear this. It's a stocky waiter. Adults have a black back and cap, contrasting with the pale gray belly and gray wings. Active late in the day and at night, feeds with that big bill,
on fish and amphibians and lizards and snakes and lots more. 781-837-4900 is the number to call. And we have Faith in Pembroke, Massachusetts. Hello, Faith.
Hi, good morning, Ray. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome, and I hope I have a good answer for you today.
And then you'll be ultra awesome if you have. Well, you are anyway, but you'll feel ultra awesome if you get the Get the answer. Let's see, what would the answer be then?
Is it the black crowned night heron?
I think it is actually, yes. Ultra awesome indeed. The black crowned night heron, or the quack bird, as some folks call it, for pretty obvious reasons. So you've won some really nice prizes there, Faith. And we also have a bonus question, as we often do when we have a little time, for a feather-friendly kit to prevent birds from crashing into the windows. And if you'd like to try that bonus question, we could do that.
Absolutely.
All right. So this is about bird migration, always a fascinating topic. We've learned a lot about bird migration, but still a lot is not known. Scientists are now saying that some branches or a particular branch of mathematics may hold a clue to more knowledge about bird migration. Which of these branches of mathematics is involved? Is it A, differential calculus, B, spherical trigonometry, C, quantum physics and entanglement, or D, long division? That's the one I used to know how to do. So it's one of those. What do you think, Faith?
Is it B?
B would be spherical trigonometry. No, it's actually C, which is quantum physics and entanglement. Ooh, it's some fancy, complicated stuff. I would explain it if I had time and if I had any idea what I'm talking about. But you know what? We're actually working already on getting a guest on the show who can explain about this in kind of layperson's terms. So we'll try to do that sometime on the show in the near future. And meantime, Faith, if you'll stay on the line, we'll get all your info and send you those prizes.
All right. Thank you for your show.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Faith. Correctly identifying the black-crowned night heron is our mystery bird. I just want to mention again about proud plurters, because we're so excited to have 8 folks signing up as proud plurters just in the last little while here. And one of them we mentioned earlier is Caitlin from Chicago. And I just wanted to read what she wrote in signing up as a proud plurter. She says, every Friday morning before my meetings, I go plurting in some Chicago parks. My favorite is River Park because they have a beautiful wildflower garden right off the river, and I love seeing all the birds dive in and out of the flowers. Picking up the trash around that area helps me feel accomplished and like I made the world a little bit better. It's the best start to the day. How beautifully said, Caitlin. Thank you. Talking Birds listeners, if you'd like to help make the world a little bit better, we think plurting is one good way to do it. To become an official proud plurter, just visit our website, talkingbirds.com. No G in talking. Click on the Get Involved tab right up there in the top right corner and scroll down to where it says Go Plurting. Next week, a group of Hawaiian songbirds known as honeycreepers is in big trouble due to avian malaria being spread by invasive mosquitoes. Next week's show, we'll talk to Adam Knox, whose work as a drone pilot is part of a plan to get rid of those mosquitoes and save the honeycreepers. That's next week, and thanks to our amazing Talking Birds team, Debbie Bleacher, Freya McGregor, our producing engineer, Jesse Wilkins. I'm Ray Brown. See you next week.
Ray Brown's Talking Birds.
Made possible by the generous support of the Birdwatchers General Store, Orleans, Cape Cod. Birdwatchersgeneralstore.com.
By Vortex Optics with the VIP warranty. Their unlimited lifetime promise to keep you and your optic covered. Learn more at vortexoptics.com. And by Hog Island Audubon Camp. For full camp schedule, program details, and to register, visit hogisland.audubon.org.